What is broken wrist syndrome? You can tell by my strength that it is not something that I have, but it is really common for kids with autism. I'm going to explain what it is, what it looks like, and some of the things that you could do to treat it. Broken wrist syndrome is kind of what it sounds like. It's for kids who have a lot of flexibility, a lot of mobility or hyperflexibility in their wrists to the point where somebody might say, whoa, is that wrist broken? Is it even there? Well, it's cool to have hyperflexible wrists, which I do not have. The problem with it is it tends to be connected to really low strength in the wrist. Now, if that's not dealt with, then you'll see kids struggling holding a cup of water, for example. Their wrist strength won't really allow it. They'll have challenges handwriting, and they'll often be sent to occupational therapy later in life because they have illegible handwriting. So if your kid does have broken wrist syndrome, what should you do? At Goalie, we've got a few things that you can do at home that won't really cost you much or any money. The first one might seem kind of obvious, but it's you got to work on just fine motor skills. So there's motor skills and then there's fine motor skills, which are really around moving fingers in little ways. And the way you can do that is by playing games that require minor adjustments in your kid's finger. That will force them to develop those muscles. So we have curated a list of games that are exactly for that purpose. So for example, we have a game called Graffiti Street, and that's where kids draw within lines. So there's lots of patterns like a butterfly, and you can color the butterfly different shapes, but the lines are quite close to each other. So if you're clicking in the wrong spot, you're going to get the wrong color, and then kids got to keep practicing. We have other games in our game garage, which are like Jenga or things where you got to slightly move your finger in one direction or another to catch a block or a pancake. In those games, we time how long the kids are doing, and parents control all the timing, and then we gradually land them back down in case your kids might have an electronics addiction problem. We make sure that they don't get sucked too deep into it. Now, you can get only so far with small finger movements like this. Eventually, you need to start doing bigger finger movements, and for that, you want to do things outside of an electronic tablet. Now, for those kids, we set up templates of co-pilots. Co-pilots are visual schedules that will walk them through a sensory diet or a routine that you set up. Now, the routine could be pretty fun. It could be grab some tweezers, and we're going to pick up 10 different things off a table with the tweezers. We turn that into a game for kids where they can win points, they can win rewards, and it's super fun to actually do that practice with them. Goalie will walk you through a lot of what a physical therapist or an occupational therapist would do with your kid. And in fact, if you do this in combination with either of those, OT or PT, you're going to get the best results because your physical therapist is going to be able to identify exactly which exercises they should do. In other words, is rolling balls of dough the thing that your kid should be doing, or is it picking up things with tweezers? Different muscles require different exercises, and your therapist, the pro, can take photos of each step, and we can put them right into your Goalie so that you can repeat those at home with a timer, with points and rewards. In terms of therapies, this is probably the most fun you're going to have. If you want to learn more about Goalie, click on the link below or go to getgoalie.com and see our different apps and tablets to walk your kids through these types of basic living skills to make sure that they're stronger, more independent humans.